All right, we're in the Getting Started series and we're deploying your first template. Now, the ultimate goal is for somebody to fill out your CRM for you and you do zero work. I'm going to show you how to accomplish that. So first and foremost, you want to come to Operations, Templates Library. We want to add the PMQ. Now, I'm just going to start with the PMQ. We have built several templates for you to use. And here's the deal. You don't need 30 or 40 or 50 templates to choose from. Keep it super simple. The KISS method, right? Keep it super simple. You only need a couple templates to gather all the data you need to know your customer, determine who they are as an investor, and open accounts for them. And beyond that, servicing them as a client, right? Keep it simple. Don't let other technologies overwhelm you with all the features and functionality. We want to get away from that as much as possible. So let's go ahead and add this to my templates. And I'm going to show you how to put this on your website. Right, so let's say PMQ Recon, and I've created an entire firm from scratch that does not exist just for demo purposes. Okay, so we're going to change this to a PMQ completion email. Now this automation piece, that's in the Engagement Hub series. That's a totally different playlist, which I'll include in the show notes below. But what it's going to do is it's going to give positive feedback to your customers from second one of interacting with your website. Because let's face it, what's the first thing somebody does when they hear about you, learn about you, their friends talk about you, they see a social media post? They go to Google, right? And they see, okay, who's this person? Who's this advisor? What are they about? And what can they do for me, right? And so we want to give them immediate positive feedback that they've completed something successfully, that everything's online. You're not going to interact with paper, PDF, or Excel spreadsheets, right? That's your differentiator. Go ahead and start practicing like a modern advisor. And so again, that's another series. I'll make that easy for you to understand, but we're going to go ahead and copy this link. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and add our firm logo. If you're capturing sensitive data, Social Security, dates of birth, whatever, go ahead and click this toggle. And again, this is all in a totally different series as far as all these settings and how to do the template builder. But for our purposes, to keep it quick, let's go ahead and look at this. I'm going to take away the favorite restaurant and I'm going to take away the date of birth. Okay, so we'll save changes. And if there's a joint investor, I'm going to take away the date of birth as well. Save changes. Because if it's my first interaction with you, I don't know that I'm really comfortable giving you my date of birth yet. Some people are totally cool. I'm not there. So, and then we've got objectives, what they want to talk about. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. Let's copy this link. I use Webflow. All right. Now I'm not paid by them to say this. I just love it as a software. Let's go ahead and put that link in this button. Right. And I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And that'll take a second to deploy. Webflow is pretty dang fast. And here's the website that I come to, right? I heard about you. We talked about who you are and what you're about. And now I'm going to come and start Recon. And I'm going to go ahead and get started as a forward investor. Okay, so let's say Finpace demo plus fi@gmail.com. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so we've got forward investor, Finpace demo. Now, if we capture details once, that's all they have to do. So it's not going to be like the doctor where you fill out the same information 5 times every single year. Every time you go see him or her or them, that's exhausting, right? And that's gone with Finpace. If you capture data once, it's there forever, one and done. So we'll say single for the purposes of this. Now, all of our forms, at least the templates we've built, are dynamic so that if you don't need to ask for the data, it's not going to show up. So if there's not a joint investor, it's a no answer and nothing's going to appear. Now, if there is a joint investor, we're going to go ahead and show them dynamic fields. All right. So cleanliness is close to godliness, right? I learned that a long time ago. So let's keep it super simple. Continue. And my desired retirement age is never, but for this purposes, we'll say 80. And I want to talk about tax planning and estate planning. So the best thing you can do to build trust with your customers is talk about exactly what they want to talk about, right? Now, if they hit other, please explain other. Obviously, these are some obvious points we're covering, but if I hit continue, submit my response. Now that's the customer view, right? And what we're going to do immediately when they start a form is send them an email that says, hey, Ford, here's a link to complete the form you started. Now, if it's a big form, like an investor suitability or a digital onboarding, and it's going to take them 10, 15 minutes to complete, this is a very helpful link to attach so that If they have to go do something else, they get cut off, internet's bad, right? We give them a link to pick up right where they left off so that there's no confusion. Now I'm going to come in on my side and I'm going to see that I have a brand new customer, right, in Ford Investor. And I'm going to see, okay, they've already filled out some of these details for me. So I've got this PMQ recon form. I can see who they are. I can kind of get a heads up as to, wow, we've got a new prospect. What are they interested in? Tax planning, estate planning. They never want to retire. This is great. And then I continue. I complete the form. It's done. Awesome. I see that my CRM has been updated. I've got a few, retirement age has already been filled in. And then they get an email saying, awesome, man, here's what you've got. Like, we're really glad to connect with you, Ford. Here's what you said you wanted to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about in our next meeting. And so you're giving them that positive feedback that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. You've got a tight process. It's organized. It's clean. There's no clunkiness. And then the next step is right here. This is what we call a funnel, okay? You're taking them through a step-by-step process of how to work with you and how to get results. And that's the experience you want to give. So then they would hit book now. Again, another video on showing you how to build this is in the engagement hub. So that then you've got your Calendly link or your Schedule Once or whatever meeting software you're using. And they can go ahead and book a time. And guess how much work you did to get that prospect? 0. You did all the work on the front end. It's one and done forever. And you'll just start growing and building that client book while you sleep. So hopefully that was helpful. We're going to test the form, which we just kind of did in the next video, and go ahead and check out the Engagement Hub series so that you can build all of this. We make that super easy. So we'll see you over there.